In the vibrant city of Sydney, Jake Lawson navigated his predictable routine with a blend of resignation and quiet desperation. A gifted computer engineer, Jake's professional skills were unmatched, but his personal life was a barren landscape of missed connections and solitary nights. Evenings found him in front of his computer, searching the endless expanse of the internet for some semblance of excitement. One such evening, as the city's lights flickered through his apartment window, Jake's aimless browsing led him to a peculiar discovery, an app named Interdim. Unlike any dating platform he had seen before, it promised connections across dimensions. Jake's initial reaction was skepticism, but curiosity quickly overtook him. He created a profile, more for amusement than anything else, and soon received a notification that would change his life. "Hello, Jake. I am Zalera from Dimension Zeta 4. I seek knowledge about your world and companionship." Jake chuckled, shaking his head at what he assumed was an elaborate prank. "What's life like in Dimension Zeta 4? He typed back, half expecting no response. However, the reply came almost instantly, filled with vivid descriptions of floating cities, star-powered technology, and a society devoted to intellectual and spiritual growth. Days turned into weeks as their conversations deepened. Zalera's descriptions were so detailed, so immersive, that Jake found himself eagerly awaiting each new message. Her world sounded like a utopia compared to his mundane existence. The loneliness that had been a constant companion began to fade, replaced by a growing connection with this mysterious being. One evening, after a particularly engaging exchange, Zalera sent a different kind of message. "Jake, would you like to visit my world?" Jake's heart raced as he stared at the screen. The proposition was outrageous, yet the allure of adventure was irresistible. He contacted his longtime friend, Dr. Alex Reed, a physicist known for his unconventional theories on quantum mechanics and interdimensional travel. Dr. Reed's eyes widened as he examined the schematics Zalera provided. "Jake, this is revolutionary. But you must proceed with caution. We know nothing about this dimension or its inhabitants." Despite the warnings, Jake felt a surge of determination. With Dr. Reed's assistance, he constructed the device Zalera had described. The portal, an intricate network of wires and circuits, buzzed with potential. Jake took a deep breath, activated it, and stepped through, leaving the familiar world of Sydney behind. The other side was a sensory overload. Colors Jake had never imagined filled the sky, and the air thrummed with an unfamiliar energy. Zalera stood before him, her form a mesmerizing blend of light and matter, embodying the ethereal beauty of her world. "Welcome, Jake," she said, her voice melodic and soothing. Jake's initial awe quickly turned into a deeper appreciation for the alien world around him. Zalera introduced him to her community, where he marveled at their advanced technology and harmonious way of life. However, beneath the surface, Jake sensed an undercurrent of tension. Some of Zalera's compatriots eyed him with suspicion, their conversations laced with veiled hostility. It wasn't long before Jake learned the unsettling truth: their meeting was no mere coincidence. A faction within Zalera's society had orchestrated it, aiming to exploit humans for their technological expertise. One evening, as they wandered through a forest of luminescent trees, Zalera confessed, her voice trembling. "Jake, I must tell you something. Our encounter was not entirely by chance. Some in my world intended to use you and others like you to gain an advantage over other dimensions." Jake felt a jolt of betrayal but saw the sincerity in Zalera's eyes. "Why are you telling me this?" "Because I care about you, Jake. And because we need to stop them." Jake's mind raced as he processed the revelation. The idyllic world around him was fraught with deception and danger. Yet, Zalera's bravery in revealing the truth rekindled his resolve. "What do we do now?" Zalera's eyes sparkled with determination. "We fight back, together." In the wake of Zalera's revelation, Jake and Zalera embarked on a mission to uncover the full scope of the conspiracy. They needed allies, and Zalera knew exactly where to find them. She led Jake to an underground network of rebels who opposed the faction's nefarious plans. Their leader, Zoran, was a wise elder with extensive knowledge of the faction's machinations. Zoran's sanctuary, hidden beneath the shimmering streets of the floating city, was a marvel of alien technology. Holographic displays projected detailed schematics, and the air buzzed with the hum of advanced machinery. Zoran greeted them with a mix of curiosity and skepticism. "Jake, we need your expertise to expose the faction. Your fresh perspective and technical skills could be our greatest asset." Jake nodded, feeling the weight of responsibility. "I'll do everything I can to help." Their investigation began in earnest. Jake and Zalera spent countless hours analyzing encrypted communications and mapping out the faction's intricate network. They discovered that the faction, led by the cunning Dracos, had been using the interdimensional dating app to lure technologically adept humans into their world. Their ultimate goal was to harness Earth's technology to dominate not only Dimension Zeta 4 but also other dimensions. As Jake delved deeper, he realized the magnitude of the threat. The faction's headquarters were hidden within the labyrinthine heart of a majestic floating city. The plan was to infiltrate this stronghold, gather irrefutable evidence, and broadcast their findings to the entire populace. One evening, while Jake and Zalera pored over a particularly complex set of blueprints, a rebel burst into their hideout, panting heavily. "Dracos' enforcers are onto us. They're planning a raid tonight." Jake's heart raced. "We need to act now," he said, urgency lacing his voice. Under the cover of darkness, the group made their way to the faction's headquarters. The city's intricate architecture provided numerous hiding spots, but it also made navigation treacherous. They relied on Jake's meticulous planning and the rebels' intimate knowledge of the city's layout to avoid detection. Every step forward was a calculated risk. Jake's mind whirred with possibilities and contingencies. Zalera's presence beside him was a constant source of strength. Their bond had deepened, forged in the crucible of shared danger and determination. They finally reached the central control room, a high-tech hub pulsating with energy. Jake quickly set to work, hacking into the mainframe to extract the incriminating data. As he worked, Zalera and the others kept watch, their senses heightened, alert to any signs of Dracos' loyalists. Just as Jake began the data transfer, an alarm blared. The doors burst open, and a squad of armed enforcers stormed in. Jake's fingers flew over the keyboard, trying to complete the transfer while Zalera and the rebels engaged the intruders. The skirmish was intense. Zalera's agility and the rebels' tactical prowess gave them an edge, but the enforcers were relentless. Jake could hear the clash of weapons and the cries of his allies as he focused on his task. He felt a surge of triumph as the transfer completed. He quickly initiated the citywide broadcast, sending the evidence to every screen and communication device in Dimension Zeta 4. The reaction was immediate. The city's citizens watched in shock and outrage as the faction's plans were laid bare. As the enforcers realized their defeat, they retreated, leaving Jake and his companions to regroup. Jake turned to Zalera, his heart pounding with the rush of victory. "We did it. The truth is out." Zalera nodded, her eyes shining with relief and determination. "But we're not done yet. Dracos won't go down without a fight." Their next move was crucial. They had to ensure that Dracos and his top lieutenants were apprehended. Using the data they had gathered, they tracked Dracos to a hidden chamber deep within the headquarters. The rebels moved swiftly, catching the faction's leaders off guard. Dracos, a towering figure with a menacing presence, glared at Jake and Zalera as they entered. "You think you can stop me? You are mere insects in the grand scheme of things." Jake stepped forward, his voice steady. "Your scheme ends here, Dracos. Your own people have turned against you. Surrender." With a snarl, Dracos lunged at Jake. Zalera intercepted him, their struggle fierce and unyielding. The rebels joined the fray, overpowering Dracos' lieutenants. Finally, with a coordinated effort, they subdued Dracos, securing him and his cohorts. As they led Dracos away, Jake felt a profound sense of accomplishment. They had exposed the faction and captured its leaders, but the real challenge lay ahead, rebuilding trust and forging a new path for Dimension Zeta 4. The aftermath of Dracos' capture left Dimension Zeta 4 in a state of flux. Jake and Zalera found themselves at the heart of the efforts to restore order and build a new future. The citizens were divided, with some embracing the potential of interdimensional cooperation, while others harbored deep mistrust. The Council of Elders convened to discuss the path forward. The grand hall where they met was an architectural marvel, with its walls shimmering with the energy that powered the floating city. Jake and Zalera stood before the assembly, their presence a symbol of the alliance between humans and aliens. Elder Zoran addressed the council, his voice steady and authoritative. "We must ensure that such treachery never threatens our peace again. Jake, your world's knowledge and your bravery have shown us a path forward. Will you help us forge a new alliance?" Jake took a deep breath, feeling the weight of their expectations. "I am committed to helping our worlds come together. We can achieve so much more together than apart." The discussions were intense. Some elders were wary, their trust shattered by the recent betrayal. Others saw the potential for a powerful partnership. Throughout these debates, Jake and Zalera advocated for mutual respect and shared progress. One evening, after a particularly heated session, Jake and Zalera walked through the floating gardens, an oasis of tranquility amidst the bustling city. The flora glowed softly in the twilight, casting ethereal reflections on the water. "Do you think they'll agree to the alliance?" Jake asked, his voice filled with concern. Zalera sighed, her expression contemplative. "Change is never easy, but we must believe in what we're doing. Our actions speak louder than words." Their efforts bore fruit. The council eventually reached a consensus, agreeing to establish an interdimensional alliance focused on scientific exchange, cultural understanding, and mutual defense. The announcement was met with mixed reactions, but the seeds of cooperation had been sown. As part of the new alliance, Jake and Zalera were tasked with overseeing the construction of a portal between Earth and Dimension Zeta 4. The project was ambitious, symbolizing a new beginning. Located on a remote island, the portal facility became a hub of innovation and collaboration. Jake found himself invigorated by the work. The fusion of human ingenuity and alien technology created endless possibilities. Every day brought new discoveries, and the facility buzzed with the excitement of progress. Scientists and engineers from both worlds worked side by side, their shared goal fostering a sense of unity. However, not everyone welcomed this new era. Skeptics and opposition groups voiced their concerns, fearing the unknown and clinging to old prejudices. Threats and sabotage attempts became a grim reality, testing the resolve of those working towards unity. One night, as Jake reviewed security protocols, an alarm blared. The portal facility was under attack. Jake and Zalera rushed to the control center, coordinating a defense with the security teams. The attackers, a mix of disgruntled aliens and rogue humans, aimed to destroy the portal and derail the alliance. The confrontation was intense, with both sides wielding advanced technology in a high-stakes battle. Jake and Zalera fought valiantly, their synergy a testament to their bond. Amidst the chaos, they managed to repel the attackers and secure the facility. The damage was significant, but the spirit of cooperation remained unbroken. As dawn broke, Jake and Zalera stood together, surveying the aftermath. "This won't be the last time we face opposition," Jake said, his voice wearied but resolute. Zalera nodded, her gaze unwavering. "We'll face it together, as we always have." Their commitment to the alliance remained steadfast. The attack, rather than breaking their spirit, strengthened their resolve. Repairs began immediately, and security measures were tightened. Jake and Zalera knew that the path ahead would be challenging, but their shared vision of a united future kept them moving forward. In the days that followed, their efforts to fortify the alliance intensified. They implemented stricter security protocols and launched initiatives to address the concerns of the opposition groups. Dialogues were opened, aiming to bridge the gap of understanding and bring more skeptics into the fold. Gradually, their hard work paid off. More citizens began to see the benefits of the alliance, and tensions eased. The portal facility became a beacon of hope and progress, symbolizing what could be achieved when different worlds worked together. One evening, as the sun set over the island, casting a golden glow over the facility, Jake and Zalera took a moment to reflect. "We've come a long way," Jake said, pride evident in his voice. Zalera smiled, her eyes shining with determination. "And we have much further to go. But together, there's nothing we can't achieve." Their journey was far from over, but they faced the future with hope and confidence. The Interdimensional Alliance, born from an unlikely encounter, was now a reality, promising a brighter future for both worlds. The Interdimensional Summit marked the dawn of a new era, bringing together leaders, scientists, and citizens from Earth and Dimension Zeta 4. Held in the Grand Hall of the Portal facility, the summit was a celebration of unity and shared vision. Artifacts from both worlds adorned the walls, symbolizing their commitment to cooperation and progress. Jake stood at the podium, addressing a captivated audience. "Today, we embark on a journey that transcends our individual worlds. Our alliance is built on the foundation of mutual respect and the pursuit of knowledge. Together, we will explore new frontiers and achieve greatness." The hall erupted in applause, a testament to the hard work and dedication of everyone involved. As the summit progressed, delegates discussed joint initiatives, from scientific projects to cultural exchange programs. The atmosphere was charged with optimism and a sense of boundless possibility. Jake and Zalera moved through the crowd, engaging with delegates and sharing their experiences. Their leadership and the bond they had formed were widely respected, and their presence reassured those still uncertain about the future. Despite the positive energy, Jake remained vigilant. The recent attacks had left a lingering sense of unease, and he knew that the opposition had not been entirely silenced. Vigilance was crucial to ensure the alliance's success. That night, as the summit concluded with a grand banquet, Jake and Zalera found a moment of peace on the observation deck. The portal shimmered with vibrant energy, casting an ethereal glow over the facility. "We've accomplished so much," Jake said, his voice reflecting a mix of pride and caution. Zalera nodded, her gaze steady. "But we must remain vigilant. There are still those who oppose our vision." Their conversation was interrupted by a sudden disturbance. A group of masked individuals stormed the banquet hall, weapons drawn, aiming to disrupt the summit. Chaos ensued as security forces moved to intercept them. Jake and Zalera sprang into action, coordinating the evacuation of delegates while confronting the attackers. The battle was fierce, each side wielding advanced technology in a desperate struggle for control. Amidst the chaos, Jake and Zalera's synergy shone through, their coordinated efforts repelling the attackers. As the last of the opposition was subdued, Jake addressed the shaken assembly. "This attack is a stark reminder of the challenges we face. But it also shows our strength and resilience. We will not be deterred. Our alliance is stronger than any force that seeks to divide us." The delegates responded with renewed determination, their resolve to see the alliance succeed solidified by the adversity they had faced. The summit, despite the attack, was a resounding success, marking the beginning of a new chapter in interdimensional relations. In the days that followed, Jake and Zalera redoubled their efforts to fortify the alliance. They implemented stricter security measures and launched initiatives to address the concerns of the opposition groups. Through dialogue and understanding, they sought to bridge the gaps and bring more skeptics into the fold. Gradually, their efforts bore fruit. More citizens began to see the benefits of the alliance, and tensions eased. The portal facility became a hub of innovation and cultural exchange, a living testament to what could be achieved when different worlds worked together. One evening, as the sun set over the island, casting a golden glow over the facility, Jake and Zalera took a moment to reflect. "We've come a long way," Jake said, pride evident in his voice. Zalera smiled, her eyes shining with determination. "And we have much further to go. But together, there's nothing we can't achieve." Their journey was far from over, but they faced the future with hope and confidence. The Interdimensional Alliance, born from an unlikely encounter, was now a reality, promising a brighter future for both worlds.